What's going on, Junkies? Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro, joined by my friends, the great Daikuji, GQ, and Simon Says. We're here to celebrate Thanksgiving, so we thought we'd talk about a lot of the stuff that we're thankful for this year, what our ultimate Thanksgiving looks like as far as like food on the plate, stuff to watch on TV, whether that be football, movies, TV shows, video games, whatnot, and also a little bit of a debate about the future of Black Friday in America, actually, or actually really in general. So first and foremost, how you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Yeah, doing well.
Good. Let's see. Don't see anybody in the chat just yet. Who is doing the cooking in everybody's respective domiciles?
I'm doing nothing.
You're doing nothing.
I'm be doing the eating. That's what it's gonna be doing.
Now, see,
that's what it's gonna do.
This man's got this man has a better half, and he does nothing. That is what an indictment. So, Daito, in all the years that you were partnered up, did you do anything in Thanksgiving?
I was the only one that was cooking. I was doing the cooking.
Whoa, wait a minute. That is, I did not. Wait a minute. What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I was doing the cooking, the whole thing, turkey, sides, all of it. Because first off, I'm a good cook, and she was not. And second all, it was just, I had the initiative to want to do it. But this year, I'm not cooking nothing. My cousin's supposed to be coming by. He wants to fry turkey. I bought sides. I'll heat the sides up, but I wasn't cooking because I really wasn't going to do anything. I was going to sit on my duff and watch movies all day, and that's kind of what I really wanted to do. But
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Hello to the other Steve. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend.
Happy early Thanksgiving.
So, fried turkey or baked turkey, which is better?
Never had a fried turkey, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, this will be first.
Fried is actually, when it's done right, is very juicy. So
very
juicy. I like fried.
I really like fried as well. Because like baked turkey, especially if you cook it a little bit too long, it's when it gets dry.
It's only when you don't know. My turkeys were never dry, and there was never farting any leftovers. Man. Everybody ate the shit out of those turkeys. Because most people don't brine their turkeys. When you brine a turkey,
very true.
It's always juicy when you cook it because,
very true.
What the brining does is pull in the moisture before you even cook it. So,
yep, that is true. My man, other Steve said both. They are all turkey.
Turkey's turkey, I guess. So we live in a modern age where Thanksgiving isn't necessarily just turkey and the usual sides.
Oh yeah.
So what would you say? Are good alternatives? Like if you could do whatever you wanted for Thanksgiving, what would you serve in Thanksgiving that is not traditional? I've heard a lot of. I expected that from you. I did. A golden bowl Thanksgiving. Golden bowl, for those of you out there that don't know, is a really good Chinese food that is like literally around the corner from his house. Loves it. Probably would eat it 4 or 5 times a week if he had his druthers. But golden bowl Chinese, okay, we'll expect that. We'll accept.
It's funny though, because realistically, you've always lived right around the corner from a good Chinese spot.
Yeah,
because other ones, what was it, East Garden?
East Garden, how may I help you? Yeah, they had the best. They had the best goddamn fried rice in my opinion, the best pepper steak. I didn't like their sweet and sour chicken though. I really like their pepper steak.
Was East Garden the joint that was on Plymouth?
Yeah, and they had the.
Oh, they were.
I have not had any fried rice from a Chinese restaurant.
Oh yeah, they're
good as theirs.
Yeah, I remember having their fried rice too. You could like reheat it too.
Yeah, it was really good. Theirs was the best.
Well, all rice can be reheated as long as you cover it properly and put a little bit of water in there to steam it. All rice can be reheated. It's just whether or not you do it right. What's up to Fallen Marvel?
He says duck. He says duck is a good alternative.
Yeah.
Like roast duck, fried duck, fricasseed, or whatever the heck that is.
Hey, actually, we're going over to in-laws, and we're having turkey, but we're also having fried chicken. So
Yeah.
Okay,
That
now,
would
now
be fried
that
chicken.
seems like a natural lateral move from
Mhm.
turkey is fried chicken. So wait, is
Yeah.
this home fried chicken? Is this Kentucky fried chicken?
no,
I was just
this is home fried.
home
This is
fried chicken.
supposedly world's famous fried chicken.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Is this your first time having it?
World famous?
Well, that's how she puts it. But
Oh,
no, it is good though. I ain't gonna lie. Mom-in-law does make a mean fried chicken.
okay.
My man Father Lamar was like, I'll have the roast duck with the mango salsa.
Also, yeah, really.
Yeah.
With the mango salsa.
I think one year, and this was years and years and years ago, when I went to was going to Hampton University. My very first year, I did not come home for Thanksgiving. I went to actually my roommates, and actually it wasn't my roommate yet. It was a good friend's house for Thanksgiving. He lived in Virginia, so obviously not too far from the school. I went to his family's house, and we talking Southern food, so it was everything. And that was actually the first time I had fried turkey. That was the very first time I had it because you know, I didn't even know that was a thing. And then they did actually have duck because some of the people hunted, and they also had I want to say they had deer.
Wow.
So they had a variety of meats, and then
That's
they
a
had
lot of work.
then they had 13 different desserts. I'm like, I might have to do this
Damn.
every year. it was nice. So, but yeah, as far as just non-traditional, I think that's the first time I ever had anything outside. I mean, obviously turkey was available, but going into the wildlife and stuff, that was the first time. It was interesting.
Has anyone ever had a turducken before?
I
don't get the whole point.
So
I've had it. I have
of
had it
course, the first time I heard the term turducken was from John
before.
Madden.
Yeah,
Was from John Madden.
same thing.
Right. So for those that are uninitiated,
Mhm.
what is a turducken?
It's a combination of a turkey, a chicken, and a duck.
It's all stuffed with each other. That's what I mean. I don't get it. You take you take the chicken, you stuff it duck in, and you take the duck in the chicken, and you stuff it in the turkey. But you only can eat one at a time. What the heck are you doing? You cutting? Well, I'm gonna cut a little bit off here, and I'm gonna cut a little bit off. I was like,
yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was
dig in there and get me that chicken. I don't want no duck. I don't want no turkey. You better get that chicken out of there. Like,
oh,
it's literally like that one game they advertise on the mobile where it's like Fishdom or something where like the smaller fish is eating the bigger fish is eating the bigger fish.
Yeah,
that's a bit much.
I mean, it was interesting. I mean, I mean, all it was. I mean, just like a combination of like the meats and everything. But other than that, once you cut it up and it's just basically just take whatever you want out of the actual bird.
My concern would be making sure that I guess the duck is the smallest bird. The duck is cooked properly. Yeah. The layer, because turkey, we all know turkey takes some time to cook, bake. You know, if you're doing it that way, and then chicken, a whole chicken, usually pretty good long time too. That duck is in the middle. Of two very resilient birds when it comes to cooking. So
I'll say that. That's for sure. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's pivot to some of the stuff that's currently in the news right now. So one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about, bring up is we got some news this week concerning the live action Voltron. Latest casting announcements. We know live action Voltron is in the works from Amazon/MGM. And the latest news is that that Sterling K. Brown, Rita Ora, and a relative unknown Daniel Quintoy is actually, excuse me, John Kim have been cast in the live action Voltron. Now, cast already includes Henry Cavill as the principal star and former Tom Holland understudy Daniel Quintoy. So when you hear Stellar K. Brown is going to be in this movie, what do you guys think we're going to get in this Voltron?
Is this Lions Voltron?
So there's no commitment. It's supposed to be Lions Voltron because I
Okay.
believe they're basing it off of the DreamWorks interpretation, Legendary Defender, versus Hyakujuo Go Lion version that we all grew up with, right?
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's 5 people.
Sterling K. Brown as a Lion pilot, though,
Why
like,
not?
No, I know. Why not?
not to be ageist or anything. I'm just saying. I kind of was expecting. I was kind of expecting someone a little younger. You know what I mean?
Henry
that-
Cavill, isn't Henry Cavill like one of the main people?
He's one of the main people that didn't say he was going to be a pilot. He could be somebody. He could be Zircon
Dude.
for all we know.
Well, yeah,
In
true.
in Voltron, the Lion pilots are the main thing, and you got a couple of bad guys, bro. Like, let's be real. Anybody that we've heard so far is probably potentially a pilot.
All right, I get it. Like,
And when is Henry Cavill going to be a villain outside of Mission Impossible?
Give him time. Maybe he wants to stretch his legs and show
again,
his range.
I don't mind him as a villain. He's fine as a villain, but that's Keith right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Either or like you said, he could be on the Prince too. Because like yeah, I mean, you saw he had the white hair. I mean, you can pull that off, man.
As Voltron, King Takeem is over on YouTube. Good day to you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey.
Currently talking about live action Voltron casting announcements. So I don't know, Dido. Are you weirded out by
the age of people? No, not anymore. Because like everybody, I can't name you any young actors, and when I say young, I'm talking about besides Zendaya, her boyfriend Tom Holland, who's in their 20s that's acting. I have no idea. And I think they're in their late 20s at that. Maybe mid, maybe late. I don't know. Maybe I don't keep up with all that other stuff because in order to do what you say, get some young people in there, because we all assume that all the people who fought with the Voltron and whatnot were all young because, you know, anime, they kind of look young. You would have to get a bunch of unknowns besides those people you may have spoke of. His understudy, I don't know who the heck that guy is. So like if they're doing it off the DreamWorks one, the one that came on Netflix, then I can see Henry Cavill could be Keith, but maybe not, but he could be Sven, because Sven was definitely in it. And if I remember correctly, they were trying to find him because he got they didn't kill him off. They were trying to find him. And when they found him, he was like very, like, kind of just like fucked up. Like they took his arm and he was just mentally just like, so he could be him. Who knows? I don't.
Yeah.
At the moment, we don't know. It's wait and see.
You're right.
And not only that, quick, not only that, the age I don't think is going, because I don't see this movie getting a bunch of movies. I see this being a movie and we're done.
And that's it.
I really don't see them doing a whole bunch of these unless this is just a sudden $1 billion surprise hit. I think they're just trying to do it and say they did it and be done with it. Because I can't see Voltron, as great as it's been as a series, I can't see this being a series of continual movies.
Understood. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Now I will share what Rawson Marshall Thurber, who is the director, shared with the fans during VoltCon that happened earlier this year. Said, I want to make sure that we stay true to the heart and spirit of Voltron. In this film, we're going to be introducing an entirely new generation of pilots. We've reimagined Voltron for the live action world, but we're going to stay true to those iconic elements that you love and that I love, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Does that phrasing worry anyone?
No. I don't really care. I don't want to say I don't care. I would say, how do I frame it? I guess he can say that and like, basically tell us that, oh yeah, we're going to keep it as true. But I mean, can we be really honest? Literally that I would say director won't have power, but I mean, as long as it's in like the production's hand or the suits, they'll have more say than what he can like say or whatnot. So I'm pretty much not going to hold my breath to it. as he can say he'll keep his word to like have it to where it's like true to the fans. So, but again, like Dio said, we'll just wait and see.
All we
I mean,
can
that's
do.
yeah, it's standard PR talk. I could take that exact same phrase, replace Voltron with G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, and it'll be the exact same feeling and sentiment behind it. So it's like every director has to say that when they're dealing with
Hmm.
something that's nostalgia property.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. So, other news this week that we just got is concerning PlayStation's continued attempts to do a portable system. It was just announced, I think, as of yesterday, that PlayStation has plans for doing a PlayStation 5 portable. This one would be essentially what everyone thought the PS Portal was going to be all along. Which, speaking of PS Portal, just got an update that includes a cloud streaming beta that is locked to PS Premium members.
Beta.
So take it away. Simon Says, I know you've been chomping at the bit. Talk about it.
This is the original Portal was what, $300. So basically, that was a $300 prototype that y'all released, and now y'all
I think it
ready
was
to
200.
release 200. Okay,
Mhm.
200. So it's a $200 prototype, and now you're ready to release like the actual. Oh yeah, this was just a prototype. We just let y'all test it out for us live, and now we're gonna have we're gonna release the actual portable that you all have been wanting. Uh, Let me guess. This was gonna be $800. I don't know.
To
But I
rival
mean,
the PS Pro, like
yeah.
the PS5 Pro. I don't know, man. But to your point, right? If they're going to do this, and GQ, you said it too. If they're going to do this now, why didn't they just wait on the portal and just do this all along? They could have just waited.
It goes back to the thing I've always said. Every company needs that one person that can tell anybody from the janitor all the way up to the CEO, no, this is a stupid idea. Don't do this. Because I would have been that guy that have been told them when the portal was announced and drafted up. This is a dumb idea. The whole idea that you need to either be tethered to your PlayStation in your house or sitting in front of damn near a T1 connection for an internet connection to play it. It's like, dude, you realize the size of these games. You're not going to get a good experience streaming these. You're just not. And then for this new one to be basically the same thing, this sounds like another Vita. And that's not a great thing. The Vita was ahead of its time. We all know that. But when it comes down to it, the Vita failed because it was digital only for the most part. And the internet wasn't there yet. And let's be 100% frank, the internet still isn't there yet for what they're trying to do with this. The reason the Switch works is because the games are small enough in a lot of instances where it's like, okay, it's either a small little cart or it's a very small file that needs to be installed, and then you're basically playing the game right there. No issues, no downloads, with the exception of Batman Trilogy. That was
There are
trash.
some games that you have to download. Like I bought Mega Man X Collections, and these assholes gave you part one on the physical disc, and then you got to download Mega Man Collections 2, which I hate
No.
whole idea of that.
I understand that, but what I'm saying, what my point is with that though, yes, you have to download it, but once you download it, it's playing it off the system.
Yeah, it's
or,
off the
your
system.
internal card. It's not trying to, okay, we got to stream this and hope that the next stage that you pick is ready to go. It's like, nah, bro, it's already on the system. Again, like I said, it's downloaded, but it's there. Unless this thing comes with a 1 or 2, no, you're fine. Unless this thing comes with a 1 or 2 terabyte built-in hard drive that you're basically going to be able to download your stuff to, this is going to be a horrible experience.
And they probably will too. What you call it? The Vita didn't not be successful because it was digital. Because it wasn't. There was a lot of physical games for the Vita. It was.
I'm sorry, the Go.
Yeah, the Go is one. What you call it?
Go.
That was ahead of its time, most definitely. Because the Vita had tons of games. It just came out against the juggernaut, which is Nintendo. It's like, look, if you're gonna come anything handheld against Nintendo, you got to do something different. And nobody's touching Nintendo's handhelds. It's just not happening. Every handheld system Nintendo's done. I'm not, the Virtual Boy doesn't count because it's not handheld. Every handheld system Nintendo's done has whipped everybody's ass. Black and white beat 2 color systems back in the day, and it was black and white, and they stayed black and white until like the late fart 90s, and then it wasn't backlit. And then backlit.
They was killing it because of that battery capacity.
Yeah, that was that Game Gear, man. Them batteries was gone, man.
Yep.
Every other system.
Every other system they existed back then, it would be different.
Yeah, like, so I just personally I don't understand Sony's. I get it. Sony is definitely trying to stay relevant. They're trying to carve out a market share. Nintendo dominates portable. I know the Steam Decks are getting a lot of streams, and I know that there's like a. Isn't there an Asus?
Asus
Republic
has
Gaming?
Tons of freaking. They have a few.
Don't they have a handheld? Yeah. Oh, so they have a handheld that does.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, PC on the go gaming. Phil Spencer says Xbox is trying to do one at some point soon. So I get it. I 100% get it. I just Sony has had. Excuse the political phrasing. Abortion after abortion after abortion after abortion in this arena. I really hope they can do it this time, but I just don't know. I just don't know.
Waffles brings up a good point. He says the streaming is decent and is an option, but it'll never beat the latency of just playing it natively. Which
exactly
and again, until the United States gets on either an all fiber network or like everybody's got super duper broadband across the board everywhere, true digital streaming of games is never going to be a real good thing because they barely get it right with movies.
Barely.
Yeah, they're gonna be spending like 20 hours buffering Grand Theft Auto 6 trying to like
Thank you.
I'm gonna sit here waiting about an hour just to like I'm driving to the next city and it's just buffering. Motherfucker, no.
And never mind trying to download said game onto your portable machine. With these 300 gigabyte games that they've got now. Like, come on, man.
Imagine being on vacation at a hotel trying to download on a hotel.
Oh my god, no, impossible.
No, it's not gonna happen. It's just beyond just getting throttled. They probably just be like, nah. Like, nah, bro.
You exceeded the allowed amount of your digital downloads to the Wi-Fi at the hotel. It's like, nah, son. You gotta pay another $20.
100%. All right. Last few comments, and then we'll wrap this one up.
Okay.
So King Takeem says my son uses the hard drive to download his games, download games to his portal. I get that. Fallen Marvel says they so I have no idea what he means. Like they so such on pushing more stuck. I think he means stuck. They're so stuck on pushing more hardware, and even if that isn't planned well, PS5 Pro having games running out of the gate is wild work. Yeah, 100%. Takeem, last thing he says, it's a giant handheld emulator with a 2-game capacity. Bro,
damn,
like that's perfect. Perfect analogy.
That's terrible, man.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah, I mean, Fallen's 100% right. The only again, they could have held off on the Pro if they were going to bring the Pro out when Grand Theft Auto 6 dropped. I think that would have made it, because that's the only way I'm going to even consider it. If Grand Theft Auto 6 is perfectly running, and if it runs perfectly on that, that'll be the way to go. That'll be the time to upgrade. But as of right now, there's no need for it.
Agreed. All right. Somewhat sad news. This week, or a few days ago, a legendary game show host Chuck Woolery passed away. He was 87. Most of us in our generation and remember Chuck Woolery as probably the game show host of the 80s. He started on Wheel of Fortune, but he's most commonly known for Love Connection and Scrabble. But if there was a game show in the 80s, 9 times out of 10, Chuck Woolery was involved or had hosted if it was going to be popular. He was the Steve Harvey of the 80s as far as game show hosts go. No lie. No lie.
I agree. I agree.
No lie. Favorite Chuck Woolery. Like, do you guys? What are your memories of Chuck Woolery, even as a child? What stands out to you about this guy? Like, what made him special to the kids of the 80s?
I mean, the only one was, like you said, Love Connection. That was the only one I remember watching. Chuck Woolery is just like episodes of Love Connection.
And imagine, here we are, we're under 10 years old, and we're watching Love Connection. We're watching Love Connection. Like what?
Love Connection was always such a funny show, though.
It was.
Because them clips of the blind dates or the dates was always so just like, these people look so stupid. These people, and again, it was the 80s, so I get the fashion was the fashion. But bro, I've seen so many Jerry curls and just terrible looks, and I'm like,
the hair, the poofy women's hair,
the shoulder pads,
shoulder pads on everybody, and it was just like okay, like whatever. And then some, the conversations was always cheesy, but like again, he had the best, not sign off, but the best to commercial be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
That was so memorable. Yeah. It was just like because nobody else did anything like that except him. So. I mean, he was memorable from the sense of he was very charismatic, smooth talker, and it just made Love Connection an interesting show, even beyond the silliness of the contestants, or not contestants, the people that were on the show. So,
heard that. So, give me if you had to rank a top 5 game show hosts all time, would Chuck Woolery be in it?
Alex Trebek's number 1.
Is
Pat Sajak.
Yeah. Alex Trebek, Pat Sajak. The thing is, to your point, he did other game shows, but we all knew him from Love Connection, which wasn't really a game show. It was like a dating show. I mean, my top 5 of hosts would have been like I said, Alex Trebek, Pat Sajak, Richard Dawson, Bob Barker, and then. I don't, as much as I'd like Steve Harvey for Family Feud because he's perfect for it. He's not my favorite because Richard Dawson was just so he was straight just macking like bro, you just go and kiss everybody. I'm like,
dude, he was awesome in Running Man, dog.
Oh, absolutely.
Was he ever?
Dude, oh my God, was Running Man was so perfect.
Yes, because it was like he was just playing himself practically.
Yes, dude, exactly.
Yeah. But my man, he gave no shits about kissing wives and sisters and everybody in front of him. I was like, bro. Okay.
Okay, so if you were to round out your top 5, if Chuck Woolery isn't in it, would you put what's the host of Double Dare's name? Mark
Summers.
Mark Summers.
Mark Summers was solid because he's our childhood host.
Sure.
And the funny thing is, I liked Hollywood Squares. Press Your Luck was my favorite show, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head
who the host was, right?
Because I didn't care.
Nobody cared.
I was all about the whammies and
no whammies.
Right. Press Your Luck was such a cool show, but like I could never tell you who the host was because I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. So I know this is our childhood, and this is like near and dear to us because it involves video games, video power. I can't remember the name of the host.
Johnny Arcade.
Johnny Arcade. Yeah.
Well, what about that dude? He was a redhead dude. Gosh damn.
Oh, JD Roth. You thinking of
JD
Roth?
JD Roth.
That's Full House.
Well, no. JD Roth was the blonde guy.
I thought he had red hair.
No, JD Roth had
the
red
other
hair.
guy. His co-host had red hair.
I could have swore JD Roth had.
I could have sworn JD Roth had red hair.
I'll double check it.
Yeah, double check.
It was fun. How
JD Roth?
Yeah, when the game
also
show
brought up that Chuck was on Lingo.
He was on Lingo on
Game
Show Network.
That was another solid
Game Show
show.
Network.
JD Roth was the redhead.
Yeah, JD Roth.
Father Marvel said his first introduction to Richard Dawson was Running Man.
What'd you say? You said Father Marvel. You said his introduction to
Richard Dawson was Running Man,
and that's fair because of his generation would have seen him. They wouldn't have seen him on Family Feud.
Yeah,
really. He would have caught him in Game Show Network reruns, but. Yeah, he would have been introduced to Richard Dawson from that movie more than likely.
Which reminds me, if they're doing a Running Man remake, they got to get that game show host right. They
Hell yeah.
got to get that game show host right. I almost kind of want Samuel L. Jackson, but that seems very cliche.
But no, he would.
I'd almost see. It almost seems weird to say put Steve Harvey in that role, but have him deliver like some really crazy line, almost like the Smash TV host. Have him be that.
Is, Steve Harvey. I like Steve Harvey. He's seems to be a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
The issue is, if he tried to play a villain, I'd just be laughing too much. It's like he
wouldn't that be the point?
He wouldn't. No. Richard Dawson was kind of sinister. I think that's why I liked him in that role. It's just like he was saying stuff that was dark humor funny, but he was an asshole, and it was perfect.
Yeah, because like the one scene where my man was the janitor. He was talking about, hey man, if he ain't back here doing his job again, fire his ass. I was like, damn. He was all nice to him and shit. And it was like,
and I get that. I just feel like Steve Harvey, and I know he's committed to not doing any more profanity in any of his roles. He wouldn't have to necessarily, right?
Yes,
he wouldn't. No, not necessarily, right? I would rather Steve Harvey do a delivery that is like completely dark humor. That's a good one too, though, Takeem. If they get Kevin Hart to be the game show host, that could work. But he'd have to play it very straight.
Wait, acting against who?
I don't know. I've heard rumors that it's Chris Hemsworth that's going to be the lead in The Running Man. That's just a rumor. Okay. I don't know. We'll have to table this one and talk about it on another day. But go ahead.
Richard Dawson clearly is no physical match for Arnold.
Clearly.
That's why him being so savage and just ruthless as a person and having that army of people that he could send after Arnold worked. Kevin Hart is not intimidating no matter how you put it. At all.
No, you're right.
The closest he got, and I say the closest for a split second, was when he was in a ride along, when he was basically faking that he was Lawrence Fishburne's character, Omar.
Okay.
For 2 minutes, he was slightly intimidating. I was just like, okay, that's actually it wasn't too bad.
All
I
right.
can't see him acting opposite of Chris Hemsworth. Hand of Omega brought up a good one. Vince McMahon would have been perfect. Running Man remake.
He would have been had he not been completely canceled. Now, there's other members in the nation in the chat that have some really good ones. Jeff Goldblum, Eric Stoltz, Danny DeVito. I don't know about Danny DeVito. That might be kind of.
Danny DeVito would just be funny.
Jeff Goldblum seems like low-hanging fruit, seemingly. It seems like too obvious, but
it's good fruit though.
It is good fruit. It is good fruit.
Because Jeff Goldblum plays, dude, the Grandmaster. Just a more evil version of the Grandmaster.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah.
Yes. Kelsey Grammer is the best choice. I don't know if I follow that.
Hold on.
What was that one movie he was in as the reporters?
I don't know about that, but like I liked him in Transformers: Age of Extinction. He was the Secretary of Defense.
Yeah, he was.
Remember, he had that evil team, the Cemetery Wind, which was the coolest Call of Duty name ever for a squad. But like Kelsey Grammer, when he plays evil, is scary.
Yeah, because he was an actual asshole like reporter in.
I can believe it.
I can believe it in the movie, but yeah, he was. Yeah,
I can believe it.
John Lithgow.
He's still alive?
I think he's kind of retired from acting, so I don't.
Yeah, John Lithgow's still alive.
It'd be a good one. He'd be a good one, but I think
because when he played opposite Denzel in that one cop movie, I was like, hold on. This is Harry and the Hendersons then?
That was the first time that I recall seeing John Lithgow as a bad guy.
He was solid though, man. It was like, whoa, this guy
was solid.
Okay,
that'd be a good one. No, you're right about that.
That's why Steve Harvey again. Maybe he can do it. I could be 100% wrong, and he might be able to pull it off. But I have a very hard time imagining Steve Harvey playing a good villain.
Okay, no, that's fair.
It just seems like he doesn't have that range. I'm just being mean, but he doesn't have that range to me.
I got you.
Comedy and everything I've seen him in. I don't think I've ever seen him really do drama.
Kenan Thompson.
Oh, now
that could be interesting.
That is inspired. That is inspired. I like that. All right, let's put that on the shelf. Let's talk about Running Man another time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and we know we all want to. We're going to be getting some good food, but we're also going to be watching some good stuff on TV. We already talked about turkey and the meats, right? Go around the table, and everybody out in the Culture Junkie Nation, tell me what is your perfect Thanksgiving plate. Like, what is your perfect Thanksgiving plate? We're talking a main meat and 3 sides: roll, muffin, or cornbread. Y'all let me know. Go ahead and have at it. Go ahead and have at it. What is
kind of
GQ?
muffin are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
It can be a corn muffin.
There's either cornbread or sweet Hawaiian rolls. Those are the only breads that are allowed around my Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Since you took it, you got King's Hawaiian rolls. What's the rest of your plate? What's your plate look like?
Turkey ham. Yeah, you got to do turkey and ham. Spiral cut ham from Honey Bake, because that cinnamon glaze.
The glaze. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Dressing, not stuffing. Is this a personal preference? Macaroni and cheese is always. Stuffing is in bird. Dressing is
People still stuff their birds.
Yeah.
I heard that's a bad thing to do. Bacteria. You got to cook the turkey longer. It's not good.
Again, it's if you got one of them old grandmas from back in the day that's been doing it can be done right. It's not my preference, but I prefer, I like dressing and macaroni and cheese. I'm really big on cranberry sauce. Like, I don't really care.
All right, that's fair. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you said turkey and ham, macaroni. I didn't hear you say any greens. Did you say greens?
For what?
He said, I don't eat anything
He
green.
said, for what, this man?
No green beans, no collard greens.
Agreed. Again, greens are fine. There's actually Honey Bake has this broccoli. It's like this very, very interesting spiced broccoli that I like. But vegetables are just there, they kind of in the way.
This man is carved out. Carbs. Give it to me.
Hey,
where my carbs?
Give it to me.
Oh,
right.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot about the mashed, but
Carbs. Give it to me. All right, bet. So Simon says, what is your Thanksgiving plate? Go ahead. Let's share with the rest of us out there.
I agree with the meats with GQ. I'll go turkey, ham, sides, macaroni, cheese. If mashed potatoes are available, I'll go with that. Collard greens.
Okay.
Yep. And definitely
no
cornbread.
No
cornbread.
Cornbread, not roll. Okay.
No
cornbread. All right, not roll. All right, Dido, what is yours?
Hold on, we might need to ban Hand of Omega for that one.
Wait, what? No
love
love
for
for chitlins.
No love for
I ain't
chitlins.
eat no pork booty.
No,
I mean,
get out.
ham is pork booty.
Get out.
The outside of the booty, not the inside
out.
of the booty.
Leave the chat. I'm gonna put you in timeout right now. I'm gonna put you in timeout on YouTube
God.
and on Twitch. Don't go to either. Get out. No, just get out.
Shoot the pooper.
Dude. And again, we all have the melanated persuasion.
Southern family.
Southern.
So all of us know about
man.
that red tub with that white lid. The nastiest smell.
It better not get in the house ever.
Dude. My mom did it one time at my dad's request. And it was literally one of those things, because you know how we had to be home when that street light came on, right?
Yeah.
You weren't home for the street light. This was the one time that I got home and walked in. It was like, what is that? And I just went right back outside. I didn't care. I was like, grounded in whatever trouble be damned.
Right.
That is the nastiest smell ever when they're being cleaned. I'm like, bro, why would if it smells this bad, why would I want to eat it?
Exactly. Like my mom, much like you, my mom did it one time. I did not descend the stairs from my room the rest of the night. Not even to get anything to drink, not to go to the bathroom, nothing. If I had to go to the bathroom, I went downstairs, used the bathroom, ran right back upstairs, didn't walk in the kitchen.
At the time, we had a 1-story house, and I had nowhere to hide. And it was It was throughout the entire house. I was like, Dad, what's she doing? And he was like, son, you just bear it. I'm like, literally, I'm heaving. I am heaving.
He's heaving.
My dad was like, just go to the bathroom, son. Just go to the bathroom. And I
just go to the bath. Oh wow.
Yeah, it was that bad, man. It was. I was like in like full mode. Like I was about to lose my entire lunch.
All right, I apologize. I cut Dido off for that one, but I just we had to address chitlins real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But go ahead, sir.
Well, I'm probably the only one on here that's not a big fan of ham. Honey baked is great, but if I could take it or leave it if it's not there. Turkey, it depends on the person that's cooking it. When I do it, I've had a great turkey. When other people would do it, I'm sorry, everybody else who cooked turkey in my life. I didn't like turkey at the time until I started doing it, and I'm making it well. So turkey and ham, yeah, I do it. I will eat it. I'm not gonna poo-poo on it. Okay. Macaroni and cheese is a must. Stuffing, aka dressing, is a must. Meaning not stuffed in the stuff, whatever the heck, dressing is a must. I like me some collard greens, but I don't always get them. Like I was debating on buying some canned today, but when I went to GFS, they only had the big ass can. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna need that much. Green beans, cream corn is great. I like cranberry sauce. When I was a kid, I didn't like it because of the texture and all that other stuff, but for whatever reason, everything as a kid is just not the same for me now. And I like the taste of cranberry sauce. I think it's fine. It's kind of hard to say because Hawaiian rolls are amazing. And so is cornbread when it's done right. Because I had some nasty ass, dry ass fucking cornbread too. So like it is crazy. And then a few years ago, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, Preem put me on some stuff that Puerto Ricans eat for Thanksgiving. And it makes me want to have all that stuff too. So I love food.
I was just going to say
mashed potatoes.
Do you know what I hear? Because I very clearly set some rules. I said a main meat and 3 sides. Mr. Indecision over here.
It's not indecision. It's all of it. I'm putting it on the plate. Is it at your house?
He described about
what's going on my plate. It's going in my mouth.
My man Dido was like, look, I'm going back for seconds and thirds.
And thirds.
Eating it.
100%. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. So for me, it is the perfect plate is turkey. With turkey and ham. Yes, I would prefer turkey and ham, but in our family we have now reserved ham for Christmas. I don't get spoiled like that anymore and get turkey and ham. It's turkey or ham. It's one or it's not going to be both. It's one or the other. That's what I get. So we get turkey for Thanksgiving. Turkey with a side with Tabasco sauce. It has to have the Tabasco sauce on it. Collard greens with smoked turkey legs. So good. Macaroni and cheese. Dressing with cranberry sauce, not from the can. So this is like freshly made. It's got, it maybe have some other stuff in the cranberries. So it's a little bit dressed up. So when you have it with the dressing, very good. Very, very
good. Dressed up how? Yeah,
so it's got bourbon
in it.
Yeah, so we're talking. It's not cranberry sauce. It's like whole cranberries. And you're in there, you might have it might be mixed with some nuts or something in there.
Well. Wait, what?
Yeah, it might have some nuts in there too. So it's very good.
Juices and berries.
Yeah, don't make fun. It's actually really good. Though.
Again, I'm not saying really I'm not saying it's not. It's the
really
thing
good.
is, I understand that most people either put it on their turkey or they add it to their dressing as like it's a topping. The nuts part is just where I get lost because it's like, I don't know that I necessarily want that. That's part of the reason I don't like brownies with nuts. It's an odd, like this just came in out of nowhere. And it's and again, I'm not saying there's obviously no offense to your family's recipe with it. It's just that when you said that, I'm like, okay.
I get it. It's not for everybody. Look. I didn't like cranberry sauce until I turned into an adult. So I'm totally. I understand. I get it.
Well, and Head brought up a point that most people remember it being just that can of gelatin with the rings that you can still see.
Other Steve said the same thing. What about cranberry sauce shaped in the shape of the can? Like, what about that?
Yeah, that's why for me it was like. And again, the funny thing is, I loved cranberry. I still like cranberry juice. Even as a kid, I like cranberry. But the cranberry sauce was like, I don't know.
We were all that.
I think to Dido's point, it was the texture. It was just like,
we were all that kid when we were kids. We thought the cranberry sauce was actually Jell-O, and when we put it in the mouth and it didn't have the texture of Jell-O, we was like, "Ew, what is this? I don't want that." Yeah. So anyway, so aside from the dinner plate, and I've seen a lot of people's stuff in the comments. James Pod said he's got Cornish hens for everybody tomorrow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Entertainment. Thanksgiving is known as the day for NFL football. The Lions will play. The Cowboys will play. Unfortunately, the Cowboys are playing the Giants, and that's the time that everybody can go to sleep after having the itis after having to play, because that game is going to be boring. I guarantee you. That game is going to be boring. The Lions versus Bears is going to be... No,
wait. Who's playing the Giants?
The Cowboys.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm sorry. For whatever reason, I thought you was talking about Lions versus Bears.
No, Lions versus Bears is going to be good.
Yeah, because that last game with the Bears Sunday was not terrible.
No, it was not.
They had a chance. Now, I hope they play that horribly tomorrow.
That's right.
That's right. On the column, but
that's right. That's right. But that Cowboys Giants
might be
game,
entertaining.
Time to take a nap during that one. Or we could switch the channel to something else. What is your favorite forms of entertainment? What are you putting on, movies or TV, during your Thanksgiving holiday?
I don't know. I'm tempted to run a Fast and Furious marathon so it can be about family.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. That's a good one.
Again, unless I don't know. Normally during the holidays, I'm a video game player, so I'll play. Catch up on. I think that's what I'm going to actually try to potentially do during this little bit of downtime I have, because I don't have much to do this week. Actually, no, I got some stuff to do, but I think I'm going to try to catch up on some games that I have not played. So no Street Fighter 6, no Mortal Kombat. Just play something new.
All right. What you got in your queue? What you got in your queue?
I mean, I picked up Star Wars Outlaws just because it was cheap.
Black Friday sale.
Yeah, but as much as anybody's going to discount that game,
right? At least right now.
And then
DLC too. The DLC will be dropping soon, or did it?
It's Orlando. It's. I think it's
Orlando.
I think it's now the Lando one. Is
okay. I think that actually came with my my copy, because GameStop has some type of thing where I guess you get the Lando cape or whatever. But then again, it might be something different. Who knows?
Okay.
And then I also obviously picked up the Marvel Capcom collection, physical.
Okay.
So there's different stuff to do. So I don't know. We'll see.
Dado, what is your entertainment choice for Thanksgiving?
Well, it depends on where I was at. In the past, if I'm at family members' house, they got the football game on, and I'll sit and watch it. I mean, I did like football a lot more back then. I mean, I still kind of like it. I just stopped following it just because the team I wanted to win wasn't in it, and I just felt too heartbroken until this year. Actually, the last few years, it's been a little bit different. But so if it's on, I might put it on, throw a movie on that I haven't seen if I'm at home. If I was by myself, like I was going to be tomorrow, I would have just watched as many movies as possible and maybe played some video games and taken some naps or whatever. But it's going to be a little different because, I got my cousin coming through trying to fry turkey.
And with his little ones in tow, right?
Yep.
Okay. So typically Thanksgiving traditionally used to have was the Star Wars marathon. And I'm sure FX is probably going to have it tomorrow. Star Wars as a marathon, preferably now that we have all the 4Ks. I would just play the 4Ks if I'm going to do Star Wars, right?
Oh yeah.
So if I'm going to do that, so that's not outside of the realm of possibility, because a lot of times when you do Thanksgiving, you kind of want to get that comfort, watch a movie that makes you feel comfortable and stuff like that. But Simon says, "What about you? As far as entertainment, if it's sports or if it's a movie, what are you putting on? Or a video game, what are you putting on?"
Well, I was gonna I was gonna try to run that Star Wars thing back. It's like watch all of them all the way through.
Yeah.
Last time I tried it, it came on HBO. I was like, I'm a start. Yeah, it did literally do it. HBO had all 6. I was lined up, ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to ask that. So is it going to be just the 6, or are we doing all 9 of the Skywalker saga?
Probably all 9 of them now. The instance is all 9. But
okay,
hey,
so we're
last time I tried it, I didn't know.
all 10.
Yeah,
10.
okay.
Rogue One is
okay. We're including Rogue One. And we're including Rogue One.
Yeah. Solo.
Okay. What about a solo?
Technically, yeah.
So that's 11. So we're talking, chaining all of those movies together. We're talking a 20-hour day, essentially. We're talking a 20-hour day.
Longer than that. Every single Star Wars movie is at least 2 hours long.
So 2.5 hours. So we're talking like 20
over
22
hours.
Yeah, 24 hours.
There's 12 movies. So there's 12 movies. You're already at 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then you have Revenge of the Sith is 2 hours and 15 minutes or 2 hours and 30. So yeah.
Okay.
You're way past a day.
Okay. James Pod says Thanksgiving horror movie that came out last year. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I watched it, but I didn't watch it for Thanksgiving. I like that movie. It was good.
Okay. King Takeem is saying he's running through all the Transformers movies before watching Transformers 1. Fallen Marvel says the You Pick One trilogy. You pick one trilogy. That's true. I can see that. Hand of Omega is asking, would you watch Rogue One between 3 and 4? Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's when it falls in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Solo too. If you want to be straight up.
Technically.
You do Solo first, then you do Rogue One. Chronologically, if that's the way you want.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, we all know.
Yeah.
It was an Easter egg, but maybe I'm still trying to wonder what it meant. We saw the Millennium Falcon in episode 1. I want to know who was flying it at the time.
You shouldn't have just been some random Corellian YT 1300.
Remember, the escape pod. The reason that it looks the way it looks, and we saw this in Solo, is the escape pod was jettisoned.
Yeah,
the one that we saw in Rogue One was the Millennium Falcon that we all know. I'm wondering, is that potentially saying that whoever Lando got it from was the person that was piloting it at the time? Because again, remember, that's 20 years before, A New Hope, at least.
And it could have added the escape pod to it as well beforehand.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Again, it was an Easter egg, so like you said, it could just be they just did it because it looked cool.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Because wasn't the ghost in Rogue One as well?
I think so.
You heard. Yeah, I think you did see the ghost, and you heard them calling
for Hera.
Syndulla.
Yeah. Yeah, calling for Hera. So I can see that. No, that's I can see all of that. Let's see. Is there anything else as far as we wanted to talk about the other Thanksgiving holiday tradition, Black Friday. We wanted to talk about that as well. So
the fall of Black Friday.
So the fall, as accurately, the fall of Black Friday. Obviously, the Black Friday deals are out right now. Amazon, Walmart, Target, they've all got their Black Friday deals. But what you as the consumer amongst us mostly, GQ, how has Black Friday fallen off for you? How's it lost its appeal?
The outright lack of, and for me, you guys know I'm a movie collector, but the outright lack of physical media being sold at most stores nowadays basically means Black Friday is pointless to me. I already have as upgraded as a TV as I'm going to need for the next however many years. I've got all the consoles that I want. So the next thing is media, and we all know we used to meet up at Best Buy Walmart are the various places, and we would hit Black Friday hard on Thanksgiving Day most of the time.
Yeah, we were like, hey, me and Wallace were like, get together. We like skip the dinner and just go ahead and head out.
Right. Because and the thing is, I used to almost like clockwork every single year drop at least $700 on Black Friday, usually picking up movies, games, usually in a lot of later years, hard drives and various stuff for systems. It was like you were always getting good stuff. Now it's just like, yeah, Black Friday runs from like, I don't know, sometime in October all the way till like Thanksgiving. I'm like,
yeah,
there's no point. Like you've taken away the actual fun of going to the store, finding deals, seeing stuff that like you didn't even know was on sale and picking it up that way. If it's all online, it's like you're very limited, not limited, but you're pretty much clued into, okay, I want this, and this. The chances of me picking up extra stuff because I'm not physically walking around and seeing deals is very slim.
The hunt is kind of what's alluring to you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I can see that because you the doorbuster deals that you walk in the store, you're gonna get like a 55-inch TV for like $200 or $300, and it's a good brand. They're trying to close it out, get rid of the inventory before they roll out the new deals right around the new models right around Super Bowl next year. I get that, especially with the movies. You're gonna find a good deal. I'm gonna get some Blu-rays. I'm gonna get 3 for $35, right? You're not gonna, and the appeal of you like using your tactile fingers to touch what you're trying to get, you lose that appeal when the big box stores don't have any of the movies anymore. So yes, I get the games too
right away. You don't have to
enjoy
order
right
it and then wait for it to be delivered. It's
there's that
I
too.
walk out of the store with bags of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Bags of stuff. Yeah. And you're right. And I can totally see why the appeal of Black Friday has died just because. So do we blame Amazon for this? Is this Amazon? Is this solely Amazon's fault, or
you can
is
also
it
blame
just
the pandemic too, man?
Okay, pandemic's actually is pretty good too. So James Pod says, as a retail manager, I'm happy to have Black Friday just basically be a regular busy day. Which
your perspective, I understand it because it's
I
like
get that too.
Black Friday sucks as a store owner for sure.
Yeah.
On the retail side of working it. I completely understand that. As a consumer, though, I'm gutted by not being able to run in there and get insane.
Actually, I have worked on a Black Friday before on when I worked at Best Buy. It was kind of it was ridiculous. It wasn't bad. I mean, they had it. They had a system, but again, as like you said, as a consumer, I wouldn't roll into the store and just like, hey, let me grab this. Oh, this movie I've been waiting for. This collection. I want it. Yeah, let me grab that. It's like half off. Let me get that.
Now, yeah, and I get what GQ's saying, and I feel like if the big box stores aren't going to do it, this is an opportunity for the smaller. I hate to say it, mom and pop, or maybe even specialty stores to pick up the slack. So if you think of like a GameStop, right? A GameStop that still has physical media in their stores, they could do it. Our fellas at First Form that have Funko Pops and other collectibles in store.
First Form is actually doing, I think, a buy two get one on their pops or something.
See,
only until 1 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, now see, that really incentivizes people to get in the door, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a good one.
It's not a horrible thing for some other stores, sure enough. I'm pretty sure Disc Replay probably has something insane going on because they're still obviously physical media. But for me, for newer stuff, I hate not being able to get that. Just okay. I guarantee you, I would have picked up Beetlejuice, pretty much anything that was in 4K Steelbook or whatever new. I would have been ready to buy it. Now it's like, okay, it's on Amazon, so maybe I'll buy it. So I don't. It's I don't know. It just loses its appeal.
Yeah, no, and I totally get that. I totally 100% get that. I lament the loss of Black Friday too, because it gets you out of the house and gets you to do something, right? Instead of you just hanging around the house, not going anywhere, not really doing much of anything. the movies have been kind of slim pickings, getting you out of the house to go and see something. I mean, I'm sure some people will go see Gladiator 2 and Wicked probably this weekend. Those are the big movies. Oh, Red 1 too as well. So Red 1, Gladiator 2, and Wicked are the three big movies that are out during this holiday season. Any of those you guys gonna be planning? Obviously, GQ, you already saw Red 1. You planning on going to see Gladiator 2?
Maybe. I actually want to see Wicked now that I think about it.
You do? Okay.
I've always was interested in the play. I just never had a chance to go see it.
Okay.
I like the premise of here's how the evil witch got her start. So I love stories like that where they go into like, okay, here's the other side of the tale, not just the side that everybody knows. It's like what I want to see from the quote unquote villain's perspective.
Like Maleficent.
Oh, Maleficent was
something like
I
that.
love both. I actually like both Maleficent movies because Maleficent as a Disney villain was always a really cool one. And so to get her perspective of okay, here's why I became this evil character was really cool. So I was like, okay, not bad.
Yeah, I can respect it. So obviously it's 10 o'clock. It is time to wrap up the show. It's been a really entertaining one. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us for this past hour. You guys have made the show a lot of fun to be a part of. We hope you enjoyed the show for the last hour. Make sure that you spend a lot of time resting, relaxing over this long holiday weekend. Give your thanks.
Long for me.
Yeah, probably not long for you because you got retail on Friday. You
Gotta
got to
sell
work
them drugs.
Got to sell them drugs on Friday.
Selling drugs in the community.
That's you know, we want to wish all of you out there, all of our loyal fans and watchers, a happy Thanksgiving.
Loyal fans. We're not a porn company. What are you talking about, man?
I think that would be oil fans.
I'm going to move right past that.
No. There's one called Loyal Fans.
Yes, I know. I'm not acknowledging
you know that. Let me go look that up.
We have loyal fans. Thank you very much for being a part of our family. We appreciate all of you. We look forward to rejoining you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on all of our channels, Culture Junkies Live. For my friends, the Great Adakuji, GQ, and Simon Says, I am Kishiro. See you guys later. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care now.
Do it, Rockefeller.
Oh, Han gets the last question. Anybody seen Laser Ultra? Is that the MJR?
I don't know what that is.
That's is he talking about that one the because I know